I want to start by saying that I'm not a fan of Ubisoft. I got disappointed so many times with these developers that I've lost count. And I'm not even a woke person. I personally don't give a shit about politics, especially when talking about video games, so yeah. A couple of days ago, Ubisoft dropped the first trailer for the new Assassin's Creed game, and people didn't like it at all. Basically, people are complaining because one of the protagonists in this game is a black samurai. Here we go again with this bullshit. I read a lot of comments and watched a lot of videos about this topic, and I want to give my opinion on the most common criticisms people have against this whole thing. For those who don't know Yasuke, this black samurai actually existed, so for me this was already over. He is not a random black guy thrown in a game set in Japan. This is not forced diversity. Yeah, but people want to hate on this game and they still have a lot to say. People now are complaining because apparently he wasn't a samurai, he was a servant. But my question is, does it really matter? Honestly, I don't know why people care so much about this. Assassin's Creed never was a historically accurate game. This is just so stupid. In my opinion, forced diversity can be a problem when they, for example, do race swapping. This is bad because it shows just how lazy the writers are. They don't want to create an original black character because, too much work. So they just decide to change the race of another character, and that's it. But this isn't the case. Now, a lot of YouTubers and streamers talked about this, and I would like to give my opinion on a couple of them because they got some interesting things to say.
Let me see what this says.
So we got our first look at the new Assassin's Creed game, and I gotta say, man, I'm not impressed. I'm actually just really annoyed right now. We have two main protagonists, one female, one male, just like Odyssey. We're gonna be using Neo, I hope I said that right, a female Japanese character.
Yeah.
And for the male character, they're gonna be using Yasuke. Now, I'm annoyed because they're using Yasuke, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yasuke is what they want to say is the first black Japanese samurai, when in all actuality, he was not even a samurai. He was a retainer, so he wasn't even a full-blown samurai. And for all of the characters they could have used for Japan, all of these kind of different people they could have picked from, they picked Yasuke. Why do they pick Yasuke? Because he's black.
Obviously.
So in context, that doesn't matter to me. Because in all the Assassin's Creed games, every single character has been of some kind of different race and nationality, so that doesn't matter to me. That's fine. But you have to understand what day and age we're in. You have to understand the kind of social shit that they want to try to get across in these video games now. So, instead of using a Japanese man in a game based in Japan, like they did with the other Assassin's Creed games, Altair, he was an Arab, obviously. One of my favorites, Connor, in Assassin's Creed 3, he was Native American, that was fine. And the most famous of them all, Ezio Auditore, who was Italian. So why in all those games would you have a character representative of the region they're from? But in this game, you want to demote a Japanese man and then use Yasuke.
Do y'all just forgot about the other protagonist? She is full Japanese. I also want to remind people of Assassin's Creed Revelations that was set in Turkey, and the protagonist was Ezio, not a Turkish person. I know people have all these conspiracy theories, but honestly, I think that what happened was very simple. They probably found out about Yasuke and said, hey, we never saw this character in a game before, so let's do it. To me, at least, this seems like a cool idea. I think the story of Yasuke is super interesting, and I'm curious to see more.
And my immediate thought is, they did this for brownie points. I can't think...
Yeah, I think that's the way a lot of people feel about it. It's the same with having, like, a girl as an assassin. Like, bro, like, yeah, you had a little bit of that, but, like, what are we doing here? Like, we gonna really talk about this is what feudal Japan was like? It's a story about a black guy and a girl? Is that whenever I see, like, a game that comes out and it has, this is feudal Japan and, like, the main character is a black guy and a girl... I immediately, there's, no escapism that this can provide, because the entire story is built on the foundation of trying to appeal to a, quote, modern audience. Like, that's the way that I see it, is, whenever I look at something like this, I don't view this as, an authentic, piece of fiction. I don't view it as a, it's not historical. It's just, kind of fan fiction, in a way. Like, if I was a Japanese person, I would probably be kind of annoyed by this. I'm not, so, I don't really, I don't like, what the fuck does my opinion matter, right? But the truth is that that's the way I see it. Whenever I see a game that gets released and it has something like this, I just immediately don't take it seriously. Because it's just that, I think I just assume it's fake. It's just some bullshit, fake bullshit. That's it. It's there's no way this was done without, this was done very clearly because of, the race and gender of the characters. That's why it's like this. It's forced, yeah. And I see that, and it's just okay, this is just... We gotta take it that seriously, you know? It's not about hating women or like thinking the diversity is bad. It's that whenever you try to tell a story, like it's just like with like especially, and this is the case with like I would say like more realistic fantasy. There's not a real situation where like a woman is going to be able to like beat 3 guys as an assassin. It's just not real. Everybody knows it's not real. And so it just seems silly. And like it makes sense in games like WoW because you have like magic or like, you know, she's an archer or something like that. For sure. But like if you're talking about actually like physical hand-to-hand like prowess in combat, there's no way.
Oh my fucking God. I can't believe my ears. I want aliens to come here and slap me. Motherfucker, this is Assassin's Creed, a game with people jumping from incredibly tall buildings into a haystack and managing to survive without a scratch. This game literally has superpowers. Do y'all just forgot about it? I don't even think a guy can take 10 people all alone. Like, do you think this is realistic just because there's a guy doing it?
People say Lara Croft, yeah. A lot of people that use like examples of other characters, like they have things like Lara Croft is shooting people with a gun. You see kind of like what the difference is? So like that's the way it makes sense, but like I'm saying in like physical combat. In physical combat, there's not a realistic situation where, you know, any guy who's like even partially trained at all to be like a fighter is going to lose to some girl. Like it's just probably not going to happen. Like let's be honest here. And so whenever I see this happen in games and it's done this way, it just seems like bullshit to me. I think obviously this character and the game exists as a way to spread some sort of, you know, like diversity message, something like that. People saying LTake, live in La La Land? Well, it's just, yeah, that's, I mean, look, it's just biology, right? I mean, I'm not, look, I didn't, go complain to God. Like, I didn't make it this way. I'm not, look, I'm not fighting, I'm not trying to say this is the way it should be. Like, this is just the way it is.
Bro is actually talking about biology. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what to say anymore. This is not even the first time that an AC game had a female protagonist. AC Odyssey had Cassandra, Assassin's Creed Liberation had Aveline, and in Valhalla, you could choose between male Ivor or female Eivor.
Asking for pre-orders without gameplay is wild. Where's the pre-order thing? Available November. What is this? Oh my God. They're doing it again. Who cares about the main character? The game's $130.
Is this guy blind? The base game costs 70 bucks. Who the fuck is going to buy the ultimate pack?
This is insane. It's fucking, are you kidding me? It's $130 for the game. And you get 3, oh my God.
So from my point of view, these people are just trying so bad to hate on this game and we still didn't even see any gameplay. Now I want to react to another YouTuber and see what he has to say about this controversy.
Oh, and of course I can't forget to mention there's also a playable female protagonist who thankfully is Japanese, but unfortunately has a wide face and a man jaw. Of course, we couldn't have a woman with feminine features because that would be transphobic. You think I'm joking? I'm not.
What the actual fuck? Is this guy real? Nah, I can't believe he just said this. Okay, no, I'm done with this. I actually wanted to react to other YouTubers, but I can't listen to this shit anymore. People completely lost their minds, and I'm tired. Bye guys, see you in the next video.